Now, hey guys, good evening. Let's talk about today Daemonset. Okay. Now, as of now, we discussed about a pods, replica set, and then deployment object, right? And today we are going to discussing about the Daemonset, this one kind of controller. Okay. And because of using this object, what we do till now, what we use for the replica sets, right? Replica sets we use to make it our application in the like a scaling purpose, like a self-healing purpose, right? And it can be run for the like as if you say that 10 containers, we don't know like as where these containers are spin up, like as we use the two nodes, and the two nodes like as a one node may be 4, one node may be 5. Okay, and if you use the 10 nodes, you are using the 10 node cluster. It's not it's not mean like as every node is deployed your application, that we don't know. That scheduler will take care of the where your container should be deployed. But and some kind of scenarios, some kind of pods, each node, at least each node your pod should be run because of, like, for example, I'll tell you one scenario. Like as we discussed in the monitoring session, right? And the node exporter is needed for to get the information about your node. That means if you couple of like 10 nodes you are using for your cluster, in each node you want to deploy your this node exporter agent. Now what you do, that you want to install like as that pod should be running on the each and every node, right? Now if you not using for Daemonset, what will happen, that node exporter will be running the couple of nodes only. It's not we can't predict like each node is running. Now it's not be like a scheduler, whatever the taking care of by the scheduler will be deploying the particular nodes. Okay, like as for example, there is a 10 nodes are there. Like for example, 10 nodes are there, you deploy the three replicas, then what happened, no, three only will be deployed. But you want to run for the 10 nodes, then what we do, it's not be deployed, right? And if you use the daemon set, the daemon set will be take it as a input, like as the what are the cluster nodes you are using, like there are 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Now the daemon set will be deployed the each one pod in the every node, like as daemon set will be deployed in the that particular pod into every node. Like as a cluster having the 10 nodes will be deployed in that pod. If you have the 20 nodes, the 20 nodes the pod will be deployed. Okay, and then for example, sometime the node will be failure, the node will be gone. Okay, like something is forgot failure, and then what happened, no, that pod will be stopped. And then for example, new node will be added. The new node, the daemon set will automatically will deploy the new pod in the particular node. That node will be added into your cluster. That daemon set will be automatically will deploy into the another new node for this new pod, like as this pod whatever we had deployed in the daemon used through daemon set. Means like as each node should be deployed a pod. That whatever that pod we are going to deploy, it can be agent, like as Java agents or node exporter, which we have discussed in the previous session, in the like a Nagios client, for example, in the monitoring level. And then for example, you want to use for the nodes is like a Jenkins slaves. For example, each node you want to use as Jenkins slave, then is a Jenkins slave. Let's example. Okay, that's I have a couple of examples I have written here. Now let's deep into this, the daemon set. Okay, see, the daemon set ensure that all means every node, like I say, nodes run a copy of pod. Okay, a node are the added in the cluster, the pod is added into them, and the nodes are removed from the cluster. Those pods is garbage collected automatically. We don't need to take care about this. Deleting a daemon set will be clean up the pods it's created. Okay, if you delete it, the pod will be created automatically. Is no worries about this. Some typical use cases for the daemon set when we go for use, like say running cluster is storage daemon such as a cluster id, like as C, and then each node. Okay, this kind of thing, cluster d you want to run in the every node, that kind of scenario will go for. And let's say you want to get the logs from every nodes and front, like as front end and file bit, if you use the elk or something, that kind of agent you want to run the every node, that we're going to for use this. And Prometheus, like as running your node monitoring purpose, then Prometheus and node exporter. Okay, this kind of agents you want to be run, all these kind of things, definitely you must use the daemon set, like as whatever it could be. For example, in your scenario, your pod should be run on every node. then we'll go for daemonset. That is simple sentence. Okay, I'll return one diagram here. Let's see here now. See here, one more sentence here. Both replication controller replicaset used by the running the specific number of pods deployed in the anywhere in the Kubernetes cluster. That we won't know like where is deployed. But certain cases the exits like as when you want to pod run on the each and every node, then we'll go for the this daemonset. Let's one small example, small diagram here. Now let's say this is a normal replica set. Now what happened? There is a 5 replica. Like this node 1 will be deployed the 2 replicas here, and node 2 is deployed in the 1 replica, and node 4 is deployed in the 2 replicas. Now, but node 3 we don't deploy in the any replica set here now. But if you use the daemon set, the daemon set also what happened? Every node is a 1 replica here now. It will be deployed in the every node in the 1 pod here now. Clear? This also will be working as a replica set, but here like as it won't deploy the, we don't need to specify for this many one, like as it will be deployed for as many nodes we have, that many pods will be deployed. We don't need to specify this. The system will be knows this cluster. If you specify the daemon set, how many nodes cluster you have, every node will going to deploy in the your pod. If you have the 5 nodes, 5 times will be deployed. If you have 10 nodes, that 10 times will be deployed. Every node we are going to deploy this particular pod because of some background process you are going to be getting. Like for example, cron tab. The cron tab you are going to set up some scripts are running. That kind of pod what you do, this kind of setup you are going to deploy in the every node that will go for, it will be installed. Let maybe let's say jobx agent you want to install, like as whatever we discussed, right? All agents you want to install in the every node, then that kind of scenario we are going to use the daemon set. Okay, clear? That is what daemon set. That replica set we don't have any controller to run this pod in the every node. Okay, that scheduler will be take care of that. Now daemon set is what will happen. This will knows that what are the how many cluster we are run, each cluster we are going to be done. Now for example, this node 4 will be down, then this part will be automatically garbage collected. Okay, the new node will be added, that the daemon set will be deployed in the new part in the particular node. That's what the theoretically here. Now how we are going to use it now, let's read out this the same which we discussed this. Okay, and there is an option called as, for example, the daemon set want run the particular certain nodes also, we can use this option. There is a couple of options are there. Then how we are going to use that, we'll see that also. Okay, and for example, there is options called as key like a label based, and that particular label based you want to run, we can deploy that application on the particular nodes itself. Like as you don't want to run the all the nodes, like as couple of nodes you only want to run. Like as we can make it the labels for that each node, that particular label, what are the node having the particular label, that all the nodes we are going to be deploy that. Okay, clear? That option also we had here. It's not for every node, like as sometimes you don't want to run this couple of nodes. Okay, that kind of scenario we can escape that nodes also. There is an option for this. Okay, now like this, for example, the label is that we are going to use SSD. Like as what are the SSD having the nodes, that nodes only we are going to deploy, that we are going to use the node selector, we are going to use the disk equal to SSD, that only the SSD nodes only going to deploy that pod. This will going to be run, it won't be run. Okay, because of this the label is not matching here, that kind of scenario. Okay, this is a small example just I'm making for with the labels. In this example it won't be, I didn't execute this. Okay, just a sample daemon set. Okay, now let's say node exporter, let's whatever we have done, right? This node exporter I'm going to deploy this as a deploy as object here now. Okay, now see here, like we already have the, let's discussing about the namespaces. We are already discussed namespace, right? Let's create for your custom namespaces. I think I already have the namespace here. Let's say kubectl get ns. This mounting namespace I already have. Okay, this mounting namespace I already created earlier. Now if you want, you can create for another namespace also, or else you can use this namespace. How to create the namespace? We can use for kubectl create namespace, that namespace here. And while deploying your itself, you can specify for the in this YAML file, we can specify for your namespace here now. Or else while deploying itself, we are going to use for your namespace here. Monitoring. Okay. Clear? And let's take this. Take this and let's write for node exporter dot ml. Insert mode. I think so. I already deployed here. I'm going to make it for this labels on the 111. Okay. I think I already deployed in my system. Maybe the name is this, and then this match labels and this template label should be matched. Okay. this node exporter one, that then this pod template and the this selectors should be the match label should be the matching these two. Okay, and the next, this node exporter you are with the container name, and the container name is already running, right? Let me make it a, I think so that already pod will be running on this node exporter one. I'm going to be running here now. Now what happened here, this I have the two node cluster, right? Now this container should be deployed in the node, like as node exporter application, it will deploy in the two nodes definitely. Okay, if you as usual, like as earlier we deployed for the, like as a deployment object, earlier the service object we, like as previous replica set we deployed, right? Couple of examples that what happened now, 3 4 5 we use. Now we have the two node cluster, there is a couple of containers are running the two in the one node and maybe one node one in the another node, maybe three is the single node also, that we don't know. Okay, now here what happened now, every node is going to be deployed in the one pod. That pod is that this is the what node exporter I'm going to deploy in the each and every pod. This is one kind of scenario. This node exporter may be some Nginx server, maybe like as for example every node you want to install Nginx, that let's implement for the like as a internal Nginx. Okay, that's one kind of, like as there couple of containers are running, you want to make it every node as a, like as all application we're going to add into one Nginx server, we can use that also. Okay, like as what are the softwares you want to install in the that particular node, we're going to use for that, we are going to use the node export here now. That particular application you want in the every node, we are going to use for the this daemonset. Just sample examples I'm saying this. Clear guys? Clear? Concept is clear now, why we are going to use the daemonset? Any questions? Guys, anyone?
మధు గారు హలో, నేను ఇది ట్రై చేశానండి, కానీ నాకు మానిటరింగ్ సిస్టమ్ లో అది వర్కౌట్ అటాచ్ కావట్లేదండి, మానిటర్ కావట్లేదు, ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది నాకు అనుకో.
It will run the container, I'll show that. Okay,
okay,
I'll show this container definitely run. Even if you try this sample, I'll share this code. Okay, definitely it works. Even the resource and anything you want to add, you can down in the container section, you can add for the your resources, CPU, blah blah things, you can use this later. Okay, let's save this one. Okay, and the next what we do, just going to be deploy this kubectl apply node exporter dot yaml file. Okay, just I'm going to deploy this now. Apply -f, just apply this and see daemonset is created, and kubectl get, this is daemonset shortcut is that ds, right? Get, one second, get daemonset and then -, namespace equal to monitoring, because I'm filtering out, this is the namespace. Now see, this is the node exporter is running for earlier. Okay, and this is the latest one, another one is going to be deployed, and now this is for what, this is for what, the two containers. Then why it's two, why it's two, why it's two, because of two node cluster, right? If you are the 10 it will be going to be deployed, and you are still having the concern like as this will be deployed or not. Just go here, do the docker ps and then grab the node. Okay, now see here, this is for this for earlier the node application it is running, this is for the one exporter, this is the another exporter. Okay, when is for running here, 3 days ago, right? Okay, let it be, wait for some time, still not getting. And now see, just wait for some time. Maybe the ports are listening or what, the same ports are listening. Okay, what I do, kubectl delete ds of exporter in that namespace. I'm deleting the old one because of the ports, container port outside xfig port is that same ports I'm going to use, right? That is my is not running. That's you can describe this also. Okay, let's describe this kubectl describe daemonset the namespace you need to specify here now. Okay, instead of every time you need to set, we can set for this namespace in the by default. Now successful create. And still you want to see like as kubectl parts we don't have, right? Yes, f1 namespace equal to monitoring. Now it's running now. There's no issue because of the ports issue. I got like as the previous we are running, right? The same ports where if you see this node exporter.yaml file, now this container port, right, host port, this port is already binding for this port, this container. That's the reason it's not running. If you change this port, maybe it's gonna definitely works for 2 times. Okay, just I delete the old one and it's running now. Okay, now let's see here. Node. Now see, this node exporter is running now here, right? Now it instead of this, it's running for the node exporter one now. Okay, and see here also node exporter one is running. kubectl. Sorry. Docker. Yes. Grep. Node. Now see, this is a node exporter one is running for your container. Okay, no, this is pause and this is for the actual node exporter is running. This is a container. A minute ago. Okay, this is the what we, if you like as each node you want to be run your container, then we'll go for the daemonset. And even if you go for UI, let's see now here. And we need to select for the first namespace. It may expect the token. Let's now let's me enter it here. Now see this. Now let's select for the namespace which we selected for only monitoring. The namespace name is the monitoring. Let's go for monitoring namespace here. Let's go for monitoring namespace. In here, let's see the daemon sets. This will be run and the pods also is running. Now see here, the node exporter is running now. Let me see this. This is a daemon set is running. And this will be running for the each and every node. The pod will be running for each and every node. Okay, every node is running for this. This is for the 37 node and this is for the 40 node. The 2 pods are running. Clear? Clear guys? This is for the daemon set. Like as when you want to run each container in the particular node, will you going to use for this daemon set basically. Clear? Fine. Any questions, guys? Okay, fine. The next, for example, and then you want to delete for the Daemonset. We just seen that, right? We already delete that, and you want to see like see this all the stuff here. Okay, you can use the command call as kubectl delete Daemonset and the particular Daemonset name, and this is for your like namespace name.